Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Three Ranger Bros Studios, and of course, welcome to another video. This is a part 2, so do make sure you check out part 1, because that video was a lot of fun to do, just like this one. So today, what we're doing is, we're getting the Power Rangers Cyberforce cast, and giving them Digimon partners. If you don't know what Power Rangers Cyberforce is, it's an audio drama created by Cosplay Dude 67, which is hosted on the Power Rangers Universe 19 podcast, which you guys can go listen to right now. So, basically, it's very simple. We're giving the characters rookie Digimon partners. We did 4 characters in part 1, because 4 of the characters are based off Cosplay Dude's actual children. The other 4, 2 of them are actual from Power Rangers themselves, and the other 2 are OCs created by Cosplay Dude. So we split them up to make it easier, and so the video wasn't dramatically huge. Now, before we dive into the video, I'm going to replay you guys the explanation on what Power Rangers Cyberforce actually is via Cosplay Dude 67, so you guys can just, understand it a little better, and then we'll dive in with the video. So, Cosplay Dude, let's talk Power Rangers Cyberforce real quick.
Huh? Oh, am I on? Oh, hey, look, the light's on. I guess I better put that down. So, what is the Cyberforce? Power Rangers Cyberforce was a story that I created for my children because they all enjoyed Power Rangers so much, and I'm a huge Power Ranger fan. And I made each one of my kids a Ranger, and then added in certain characters that you might know from other Power Ranger shows, such as Justin and Fred. And then I created 2 OCs just to even out the team, because I like to keep the team even. The Cyberforce's job is to protect the world from an evil virus known as Stignet. Their mentor is Haley from Dino Thunder. I felt like she didn't get enough love, so I made her the mentor. So, yeah, that's the gist of what Cyberforce is. So, can I go back to what I was doing now? Okay, thanks, bye.
So, we are now going to give the other half of the Cyberforce Power Rangers their own Digidestined. We did the first 4, which are based off your children. The second half are not. The first, well, not first 2, but the 2 boys are actually in Power Rangers. One of them being Justin, which of course is Turbo Blue, and the second one is Fred. And then the 2 girls, you have made up in your imagination. Shall we go in order as they appear in Cyberforce?
We could. I mean, technically, because Justin and Izzy show up in the same episode, but sure.
Should we go Justin first then, since
Yeah.
he's the most noble one?
Yeah.
Okay. So who have you given Justin our blue Cyberforce Ranger, but in this he'd just be a Digidestined? Who did you give?
So with Justin, I was thinking technology. I was thinking he's a big tech head. He's a smarty pants because he was in high school when he was 10, something like that. So, and you actually give Xander one similar that I give Justin, so I went with Solarmon, which is the cog-like Digimon, but mostly gold.
Which I think would work. Obviously, I know he's the Blue Ranger, but it's like you said, he's the techie one. Having a gold version just makes sense. And also, he was technically, he does help out Haley a lot. He is, the Billy of the team, if you will, because
Mm-hmm.
everyone has to make the Blue Ranger the nerd. So yeah, the gear Pokemon again, it's just a bunch of gears at the end of the day. But I didn't actually know there were two different ones until we started researching for our lists. And I didn't realize the color variation made a whole different Digimon. But so yeah, he's basically just a golden cog.
Yes.
Yes.
So who
Okay,
did you
so
give Justin?
I went down the same route, geeky technology and stuff, but I went down the route of giving him a Digimon who could help, but they'd have to learn and grow with each other because this Digimon could help, but not straight away. I went with a Digimon called Junkmon, who is a little like mole-looking thing, I guess. And it literally its habitat is junkyards and things. It's known for putting junk parts in the cannon at its back and firing them at like bad guys and stuff. So I was thinking to myself that Junkmon does kind of the opposite to what Justin would do. So maybe these two kind of have to work together and kind of like learn to like bounce off each other and things. So I like how we went down the same route, just completely different angles.
Sounds about right for us.
Yes. Okay, so let's go. Like you said, they both appear in the same episode. So let's go with our darling Izzy.
But Izzy Hart is the cousin to Kimberly Ann Hart. And Izzy is kind of, think of the Yellow Ranger from
Lightspeed Rescue.
Lightspeed Rescue. Thank you. Yeah, kind of think of the Lightspeed Rescue Yellow Ranger because she's very sportsy. She loves to rollerblade, and she is madly in love with Mikhail. Like first sight, damn gorgeous. I love this man, and she is Angelique's best friend. So I went with a cutesy type Digimon because I just feel like she would have something that would be really cute. And I went with Morphomon, which eventually turns into a butterfly type Digimon, so that's why I went with it. But it's still freaking adorable.
Morphomon is the thing with the bluey purple like butterfly wings off its head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, that is a very cute little Digimon, and yeah, it fits the whole vibe. Actually saying that, I think Morphomon would work with any of the girls in the team. To be honest,
To be fair, yeah, probably.
the girliness of Angelique, the love struck Izzy, it could counter Rufy pretty well, and then it'd match Violet especially. But yeah, again, fun little Digimon. I absolutely love the design, the color palette to the way that it, because it's like a whitey color. The wings are like a purpley blue. They completely contrast each other, like they bounce off each other all. Which kind of goes with Izzy because she's a sporty one, but also a helpless romantic, which often don't actually correlate.
Yeah, that is true. They don't normally go together, but I'm weird like that, so.
Okay, so I went down a completely different direction. For Izzy. So like we've stated, she's a helpless romantic and all this. So I gave her a Digimon that would be the complete opposite to that, and she'd have to like help this Digimon out big time. And that is Impmon.
Oh, God!
Um, so Itmon is a lazy. He's sometimes he's over the top. Sometimes he's overheated, and sometimes he's a bit of a coward. We've kind of seen him in all different lights, but it completely goes against who Izzy is. And I feel like there'd be really like fun stories that we could tell with like Izzy kind of like trying to convince Impmon to, I don't know, go on a double date with like Mikhail and one of the other couples, and Impmon's like, nah, I'm just gonna sit here and watch the stars or some like lazy stuff, and like the whole going rollerblading. And Impmon's like, nah, you're good. And then once he does digivolve, obviously the guy has a flipping motorcycle. So there could be like this like fun little joke where it's like, hang on, you digivolve to someone who has a bike, yet you won't come rollerblading with me.
Yes, I can see that. I can
So
completely see Izzy going off on like, what the heck's going on here, man?
so I think Fred has to go next. I think he's
Yeah. So
just makes it.
Fred is, if you guys know the Power Rangers movie, the first one, the good one. Fred is the boy that actually helps the team out, and he helps protect the adults and stuff like that. Really good character. Really, he gives me protector vibes, and that's why in Cyberforce he is Violet's protector. And so with this, I went with Pawn Chessmon for his Digimon. I was thinking more white Pawn Chessmon, but either one of them would work. But just because he's a protector, he's a guardian, I feel like Pawn Chessmon would be a great one, and with all the evolutions that go with him.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Like you said, he's the protector. And okay, so what would be the final evolution for you then? Because there's Queen Chessmon and there's King Chessmon. So would you go down the Queen route because of Violet?
See, I was thinking that myself. Yeah, I was thinking I'd be more the Queen route because he's a protector of Violet. He's Violet's protector.
Yeah, I totally see that working. That makes perfect sense. And just not just Fred is the literal, when we first meet Fred in Cyberforce, he's literally protecting her, looking after her, and like even calls her princess and everything, and Violet snaps at him and things. So like it's still, when we first meet Fred, he's literally doing all of this. So yeah, that makes perfect sense. I went down more the Mighty Morphin route because he is a kid in Mighty Morphin, and he's very, he's still innocent, he's still a kid. The whole thing where he's like, I'm gonna be the silver Power Ranger, and he's like, no, I'll be the gold Power. I wanted to bring the innocence back, and I thought maybe his Digimon partner could remind him that yes, he's the protector, yes, he's a fearless like person, but he's still a kid at heart. He's still a kid. He can still be that fun, energetic person if he wants to. So I went with Shadow Toy Agumon.
Nice.
Because
You just like your Agumon.
Nah, I'm more of a Goblimon person myself. But I like Toy Agumon a bit more than Agumon, to tell the truth. I really like the design, but I thought the Shadow Toy Agumon, he's black, but there's blocks of him that are almost like transparent or translucent or whatever you want to call it. And so I thought that would be like almost kind of like a symbolic to Fred kind of taking up the gotta protect, gotta be the fearless, like, warrior, kind of not forgetting, but kind of abandoning his child innocence and, not allowing himself to be a kid, and all this stuff. So maybe that could be like kind of symbolic to that, and maybe Shadow Toy Pokemon could kind of remind him that, hey, you're a kid, you can have fun sometimes.
Yeah, you don't got to be serious 24/7, dude. Calm down.
Yeah. And then, last but not least, our princess herself, Violet.
So Violet is our princess of the Cyber Realm. She is and she's like the personification of princess, but she's still a badass. Don't get me wrong. She's a princess, but she'll kick your ass in then curtsy at you. So I had to give her the most cutest Digimon I could think of, and that was literally Cutemon.
You literally gave her a cute one.
Yes.
That's funny. I like how you just went. Wait, was it because how cute it is, or because of the name?
Both. It's
Fair enough.
adorable.
It literally. I want to squish its cheeks. I do have a question though. What type of music do you think he listens to?
Oh, that is a good question because with their headphones. Yeah, I don't know.
It would listen to the Japanese version of like Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, like JRPG, like
Okay,
menu
okay.
music and stuff. that sort of thing. But
I
the
can get
Japanese,
behind that.
version. You know.
I can get behind that.
But yeah, Violet suits Cupemon. To be fair, I think that works really well. Violet is not like you said. She's literally the embodiment of a princess, but she isn't too girly that she, is too similar to Angelique, if that makes sense.
Mm.
So, okay, so for Violet, I was thinking of Fred because obviously protector. So I was thinking of a Digimon that who could protect Violet in such a way that Fred does in Power Rangers. So I kind of went through the actual Digidestin we know and love, and I was like, okay, out of all of these Digimon, who could be like the sole protector of a human person? And I went with Renamon from Tamers, because she's a badass. She's a lone wolf, but she also will protect the humans when she has to. She's absolutely happy to put herself out of the way. We've seen her take attacks and stuff to protect and everything, and also her Digi-evolutions match Japanese folklore.
Mhm.
Royalty and deities, which would match Violet being a princess. But yeah, I went down the whole she needs a protector because she won't have Fred in this sort of scenario because Fred's not a Power Ranger. So yeah, I went down with I went with Renamon. I thought Renamon would make a pretty good choice.
I like Renamon a lot, and when you said Renamon, the first thing that came to mind is she is a badass, but she's still elegant. She's
Yes.
still posh. So
Yeah, she has some
I feel
like
like that would work perfectly.
she has this like um kind of this cadence to her, doesn't she? This like sort of like I wouldn't call her a posh, but I wouldn't say she's attitudey. She's just got a kind of this like oomph to her that kind of just matches what she'd need for like I said, it's in honor of protecting Violet herself. So yeah, that's I think we did pretty good, to be honest. I like what we did there.
I think it was a fair shout to to our Digidestined, knowing that they were Power Rangers first. So I would definitely be interested to see where we could go with our two teams.
And there we have it, guys. We do have another set of Power Rangers turned into Digidestined. I hope you enjoyed this video, and of course, do make sure you check out part 1 if you haven't already, because that is also a lot of fun too. Now, with that being said, since recording this video, me and Cosplay Dude and Mark the Cornish Ranger have actually discussed this specific topic, and I will be turning this into a story on the 300 Bros audio library, which you guys definitely should be checking out. The 300 Bros audio library hosts audio dramas created by us 3 bros. As in collectively created, all 3 of us had worked together on them. Now, I am the writer and the narrator for the 300 Bros, but the storylines are collaboratively created. Now, on top of that, we also do deep dives into our own audio dramas. That's me, mine, and Cosplay Dude's thing at the moment. But Mark the Cornish Ranger will be joining us in 2026 with some deep dives as well. Now, of course, do make sure that you check out the 300 Bros audio library. Power Rangers Global is on there at the moment, and some deep dives, the introduction to Mark, the Red Cornish Ranger, the very first time Mark ever voice acted, and the very first time the Red Cornish Ranger was seen in an audio drama is currently on that channel. Now, of course, do look out for January 2026 for brand new stories, the continuation of Power Rangers Global, and we also will have Digimon Cyberforce, and the Digimon partners will be decided between myself and Cosplay Dude, and I shall write the story and upload it there, using one of the 2 partners that each character got given by myself or Cosplay Dude, and it will be a grand storyline. I already know how Chapter 1's gonna go. So that being said, do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell, and let me know in the comments what Digimon partner you would have if you were thrown into the digital world. Thank you everyone for watching, and we shall see you guys real soon.